We've seen time and time again road rage just break people's brains. There's something about that anger that is so potent that it has people just do the most unhinged things. Like a week ago, I made that video on the Florida man road rager who got so upset he dropped his britches and started shaking his weenie at a family in a car. There's just something about road rage that has people snap and get real freaky like they just took K2. And now today we're talking about another incident here with the infamous Delco Pooper. Just look at this menace. Look how proud she looks of herself. Some of you might know her by other names like Sally the Stinker. Probably don't know her by that name, I just made it up. But the point is, she has now rose to infamy because a video has surfaced where in a bout of road rage, she approaches her opponent's car, takes down her britches, and then aims the brown balloon not at the hood and blasts it. And I mean like Nickelodeon Slime Time blasts it with her poop. Fecal matter all over the hood of that car. And then she was arrested for it. It's very interesting stuff, but there's actually more lore behind it than you would expect. You see the video of the lady who shit on a car like projectile type? Yeah, I was talking about her during the watch party. I forgot her name. But yeah, she like fucking Cleveland steamered a vehicle. It was incredible. That one was awesome. That's all hell breaking loose. Doubt I can show the video. Well, maybe this. The news probably censored it. It's really cool. She fucking shotgun blasts it with poop.
She is seen defecating on a car hood.
Biological warfare.
After an apparent dispute with the driver. NBC 10's Lily Zhang was in Prospect Park as the suspect was taken into custody.
Wow, I didn't read her quote. So the pooper was identified as 44-year-old Christina Solometto of Ridley Park, taken into custody last week, charged with a string of offenses including criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, harassment, indecent exposure, and depositing waste on a highway. Is that a... Can't say I've seen that charge before, but her statement, she told authorities it was clean poop, I didn't even have to wipe. Wow. She stated, I wanted to punch her in the face, but I pooped on her car instead and went home. I'm gonna tell you right now, Christina, ain't no such thing as a clean poop. No such thing as a free meal. And it was actual diarrhea. That's like the furthest thing from clean. She just lets it crust.
The police chief for Prospect Park says he has seen some road rage cases. That video
God, look at the way she approached. Oh man, yeah. The full video, you can see it where she's like walking up, hands on her britches. She's charging her ult, and then she just in one fell swoop drops trow, and she just blasts it like a grenade going off on the hood of the car. It was unbelievably impressive.
Identified Thursday as Christina Solometto walking to another woman's car. The 44-year-old sits on the hood, or not showing the most graphic parts of the video.
And again, that's not an accurate statement. She doesn't really, I mean, I guess she kind of sits on the hood of the car, but it's more so she's like in front of it, and she just explodes it out like a Roman candle.
Including when she appeared to defecate on the car.
I like how she said appeared to defecate.
I know there's
We're not sure what it was.
Puns, innuendo, and
the same sense. Like, to be able to poop on a car like that was impressive, but it was disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
crazy. She had to go.
Thanks, Pat.
Christina, do you have a comment?
Solometto was brought to the Prospect Park Police Department Thursday in handcuffs, offering no remarks.
What is the charge?
A number of charges,
enjoying a shit, a succulent runny poop,
depositing waste on a highway.
the recognition a town gets over this kind of thing, and sometimes this is how it presents.
You gotta see the video where they arrest her. Someone asked her what she ate that day. Oh, they got boots on the ground for the actual arrest itself, too? Alright, I gotta watch that then. I highly encourage you to check out the video. It's one of the more impressive uses of the human colon, I would say.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
That is 44-year-old Christina Solometto being
There is no regret on that
Park
face.
Police car, but you may know her by this now viral video. Police say the Ridley Park mother is the woman.
Look at how quickly she gets in and out. This one's censored a little more generously. She's in and out in like 10 seconds, and she does all the dirty deeds immediately. The speed is impressive. Like, honestly, everything about it was about as best it could go for her.
As she was getting arrested, Solometto says,
I have a sickness.
she didn't elaborate on the sickness, but the bizarre case has now gotten international attention. Not the kind this police...
Wonder what sickness that is. That's a blunderbussy. Well, that's certainly one word for it. I'm sure we'll hear that nomenclature used in court when an expert witness is called to the stand. People can shit in a thunderbox, however, not on a car when they gotta go. Where's the justice? The hell is even that? What is a thunderbox? People can shit in a thunderbox. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got it.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
She chased you?
I have a sickness.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
You said she chased you?
Yeah, she chased me. And I got out and begged her to stop.
Better to do this in the her side of the store.
Yeah, I love that. This is biased! You haven't even heard Delco Pooper's side of things! What do you... Stop it! You can't possibly form your opinion on a 44-year-old woman shitting on the hood of a car without hearing why she did it. The plot has been getting thicker every day. A reporter just discovered she's a foot fetish OnlyFans model, and he legit asked her if he's willing to make scat porn for him. The article is called "We Spoke with the Delco Pooper." What? Oh, here, is it from, Philly Magazine? Oh yeah, here. Wait, is this it? Must be. We spoke with the alleged Delco Pooper. I like how it's alleged as if there's someone else that might have been responsible for the shitting. We don't know if it was her or not. We're not positive. Though she did openly admit to it. And we have her on camera doing it. Could have been anyone, though. Maybe a frame job. My timing was a little off last night. Phone rang just before 5 p.m. Missed the call. It turns out it was from Christina Solometto, woman charged with being the Delco Pooper. Sent her a message earlier in the day when I learned her identity, but before court records confirmed it, she called me via FaceTime from her Facebook account under Christina M. Shithead. What? Well, that's also her Instagram handle. Maybe she really does have a sickness. Maybe she is like an actual scat fetish performer or something. Imagine you trace her origins back to like 2 Girls, 1 Cup or something. I reached out to her again later in the evening. She wrote back, "I'm lawyered up." This suggests she wasn't going to say anything else, but then she had another thought. I was not the angry one. She's referring to the other party in the road rage incident. Well, no one ever claimed she was angry, just that she was shitting. So she runs an OnlyFans account named Neen, with the handle Neen's Toes. You can subscribe for $8 per month. From her OnlyFans description, "Hello fans, Neen here. Now I'd love to show you my pretty toes decorated with your favorite color nail polish. Sometimes decorated in jewelry. Tiptoe with me and you'll see. Come with my feet and toes on a fabulous journey beyond your wildest dreams. We'll also take special requests. Don't be shy, just ask." Huh. Wait, this is real fucking journalism. I felt like it was not only ethical, but indeed my avowed journalistic duty to get to the bottom of this. Regarding your OnlyFans account, I know that some women on OnlyFans specialize in scatological porn. I texted the accused Delco Pooper. Given the events of your week, I was wondering if that's something you delve into. A brief pause and then, "You want me to fucking shit on you. I want $5K and I'm bringing a bodyguard." Okay, the bodyguard's not necessary. You really think someone that likes to get shit on is going to be like a threat? That's going to be like the most weak-willed human being of all time. That is a broken human being. What an interesting twist. So if someone asked you to shit on them, you would go alone. I'd probably bring a friend, just because it'd be so silly. But I don't know about a bodyguard. But yeah, I probably wouldn't go alone. That's fair. How'd that conversation even go if you had to bring a friend? About if someone paid me $5,000 to shit on them? They'd probably just want like a cut. I don't think it'd be that weird of a conversation. I'm shocked! I cannot believe Twitch is actually finally making bot busting a priority on the platform. Botting on Twitch has been a problem since the beginning of time. And they hadn't taken it seriously forever, but a month ago they made a statement where they claimed, listen guys, condoms finally coming off, we're going in raw against bots, we're finally going to do something about it. And I was excited, like that's something to celebrate, but I kind of thought they were just looking to score some good boy points online, like some brownie points, because Twitch's reputation been kind of in the shitter recently. I thought this was just something that they were just doing for lip service. I wasn't entirely convinced they were going to go that hard on it until today. Wow, they have actually done a really good job here, like in this first wave, of getting bots off of Twitch. Like bringing back down these artificially boosted numbers to what they actually are. There's a lot of examples to pull from. The data is all very new, mind you, but I think the best example is from a channel called Mira. I'm sure some of you have at least heard of this because this is something that people have been trying to put on Twitch's plate for the longest time about a channel that keeps getting recommended to them that isn't actually even a live stream. For the last couple of years, it is just a farming channel where Mira is just farming ads off botted numbers. She doesn't actually even really stream on there. I think she's gone live like a few times over the last couple of years, but it's live 24/7, just pumping reruns of streams she did so long ago, like ancient history. So look at this. This channel, for I think like probably 3 years, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but it's been years, has been sitting at like a steady 2,000 viewers no matter the time of day. And all the channel has done for this time, pretty much exclusively, is run 24/7 reruns of old streams, yet somehow manages to maintain 2,000 viewers throughout the entire duration of it. Then, the day that Twitch bot smiting comes into effect, it goes from 2,000, then down to 1,500, and then the bot detection, I guess, must have kicked into fucking turbo drive. They went Wumbo style. And now she's sitting at 100 to 200, pretty much overnight. This, to me, is like the most clear example of them actually doing something about botting. I was very surprised to see this. Her channel, which is live right now, by the way, because it's 24/7 reruns, this channel is constantly, or was constantly, recommended to anybody with a brand new account. Like, see how I'm not logged in or anything. I'm still on, like, light mode. This stream was recommended all the time, and somehow still had thousands of viewers on just reruns. Clearly, most, like, rational, sentient human beings aren't going to be watching that. Like, look at the chat. It doesn't move. And this is exactly what it looked like back then, too. No movement, there's no chatting, because it's not real. And now the bot detection is here, and you can see that it is finally working. Though I think there are still some bots, like some holdovers here, because there's no way there's 250 people here right now. It seems to me like there's definitely still some stubborn bots that Twitch wasn't able to get. They're sticking on there like a hemorrhoid. The parasite bot infestation has been decimated, but not destroyed, because I cannot imagine 276 people being in this stream right now. Not even as background noise in like a tab they forgot on like an ancient laptop. I don't even see that being the case. I don't think there is a single soul in this realm right now. This shit is more empty than a theater showing Morbius. Like, I just don't believe that. But even still, it's clear that what Twitch is doing is actually pretty effective at blasting bots, which I didn't expect. Her channel, I think, is the best example of it, but there's a lot of other channels, like big streamers that went live over the last day, where their view counts have halved, or even more than halved in some cases. So they actually are taking it kind of seriously. Like I said, I was a little skeptical that they were even going to really try and take down bots, because inflated viewer numbers is good for the platform. Like, I thought they probably wouldn't actually put a lot of resources to it, but it seems I was very wrong. Now, another thing worth mentioning, this scam of like running reruns with bots is not exclusive to just her channel, but you have to wonder how much money she made off of that. This went on for years, and I'm so curious how much money she made just running old streams 24/7 reruns with botted view counts up to 2,000 to 3,000. That's probably a pretty substantial chunk of change. It's got a lot of people talking, and I think this is a really great thing from Twitch, to be honest. XQC made a tweet talking about it, saying, Twitch cracked down on bots in 2 to 3 days, and view botters / victims of view botting have been exposed. Streamers that are part of groups / orgs are seemingly being botted much more heavily. Don't want to start a witch hunt, but the data is interesting. Go see for yourself. and then links Twitch tracker, which you can see for yourself. And people are scrubbing through with a fine-tooth comb, taking a peek at these big drops in viewer numbers. And right now, the findings are still pretty early, because this has only been in effect for like 2, maybe 3 days now. So it's still like very fresh data. This shit's straight out of the oven. But people are noticing that some of the biggest channels being hit were affiliated with orgs. So like XQC mentions, like some org-affiliated channels were, in a lot of cases, the recipients of some artificially boosted numbers, as evident by a huge drop in viewer numbers over the last couple days out of nowhere. Namely, OTK seems to be the big one. People are seeing a huge drop across the board for most of the channels that have gone live over the last couple days that are with the group. Another channel people have been paying very close attention to is Asmongold's. He's one of the biggest streamers in the world, and he went live the last couple days since the bot fisting has come out from Twitch, and they noticed that his average viewers for both streams had been about 20,000 less than normal. About 20,000 people were banished to the Shadow Realm here, and Asmongold even commented on it, believing that his account was probably botted. He believes with 95% certainty his channel was botted. And he agrees that removing these bot numbers and this fake phony baloney viewership from the platform is good for everybody there. And that seems to be the prevailing sentiment, that everyone agrees that getting rid of artificial viewership from Twitch is a net positive to the entire platform. The only people that'll have an issue with these fake numbers being blasted is going to be the people that are exploiting them. The people that are using the bot services are the only ones that are going to be outraged about it. Now, I also imagine the cope from a lot of people that are going to get caught red-handed with bots is going to be, it wasn't me. I must have been the victim of a malicious bot villain, a supervillain twirling his evil cartoonish mustache. Must have been botting me for all this time. I had no idea. And in some cases, like, that is a real thing. There are cases where some people will bot a channel just because they think it's going to get them in trouble. But that doesn't happen. Like, Twitch, for the longest time, has not taken this botting problem seriously. So that whole idea of, like, a bad actor botting a channel to try and get punishment put upon a streamer they don't like, it's not that common. It happens, sure, but it's not that common because everybody knows Twitch hasn't done anything about botters for so long. So how the fuck could that possibly still be a strategy that someone that doesn't like you would use? That's like you and your buddy going to the public pool and you eat pizza together and then your friend tries to tell the lifeguard that you didn't wait 30 minutes before getting in the pool. It's like, okay, who gives a fuck? Like, that's the whole way Twitch has treated botting for the longest time. Until now. I think that's going to be like the crutch a lot of people will claim, like, I wasn't botting, I didn't sign off on anyone botting me, this must have been some stranger in the back alleys trying to hurt my reputation by botting me for all this time. And some people, I'm sure, will be telling the truth, but it's going to be hard to know for sure. But one thing that I think everyone will know for sure is that this is a really good thing for Twitch. I am so glad they're actually taking this seriously and actually wiping out such huge amounts of bots. I'm hoping they are still going to continue doing this because there's still work to be done. All of these bot services are going to do their best to circumvent this so that way their clients can continue to pay them money for this service. They're not just going to roll over and die. They're not going to go belly up and just admit defeat. This is always a tug of war. They are going to come up with new ways of trying to evade Twitch's detection, and I'm hoping this isn't just like a one-time thing where Twitch blew their whole load here on this bot blast. I'm hoping they will continue to allocate resources to fighting against the upcoming bots that are going to be, no doubt, surfacing soon. But either way, this is a great step in the right direction, and I hope it continues. Just wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. So, yeah. I just saw something really cool. It's a sugar daddy shopping spree stream.
It's about if you want me to have them. It's not about that.
Okay. We're gonna take those.
That's so badass. We'll take them both. What Princess wants, she gets. I'll just go ahead and take a little extra money out of my grandkids' Christmas cards this year. So this dude who looks like someone tried to create David Hasselhoff in the Soul Calibur character creator is the sugar daddy of this streamer, and she did a stream where he just bought her a ton of shit.
Wait, I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Did you show me?
Wow. I'm obsessed. Terry, you have no idea what you just did.
Unironically, he might not know what he just did. He is old. He looks like he was around when they first invented chocolate. There's a good chance he forgot that he just bought you this. You shouldn't be taking him to the mall to just buy you a ton of expensive items. You should be getting him some fucking Metamucil. I've made fun of sugar daddies for a long time. I think it's one of the more pathetic things you can do. I have more respect for people that lick public toilet seats clean, to be honest. But seeing it unapologetically streamed here and putting a face to the title, it was just like a new level of sad. This guy throws on the leather jacket, puffs out his chest, and just starts buying his kitten everything under the sun in the hopes that she'll fall in love with him. Even though it's super clear from the stream, she's just using him as a piggy bank and that's it. And even beyond that, it goes a step further. She's now streaming it. So using him not only as a piggy bank directly, but also as a prop for even more money through her stream. It's also not the first time she's streamed a date with the sugar daddy. She streamed like this entire outing of expensive indulgence, and it seems like she's got him wrapped around her finger. It is a coin block, and she is Mario just jumping and popping all the coins out as often as she can here.
Thank you. No. I know, and I've been wanting it for so long.
That's what you said.
You guys. Oh my god. I can't even believe it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
That little glitch in the footage seemed like something straight out of a horror film, like the videotapes from The Ring. But yeah, he'll spend oodles of cash for a quick peck on the lips and a brief hug, and she'll usually laugh about it, look uncomfortable, and then show off the items to the chat. Now, I watched some of the date stream she did with Terry, and then I watched some of this shopping spree stream as well. She actually treats this guy like she's taking care of her senile grandfather.
She's helping the customers that are buying shit. He said, where does she go? To the people that are fucking paying. Come on, Terry. I'm gonna start asking other people's boyfriends to buy me shit at this point. Love you, Terry, but come on, bro.
A little peek behind the curtain there. Who could have seen this coming? She doesn't actually care about Terry. What? Oh no. That just shattered my whole universe. Who could have imagined? I also can't help but just be in awe of her gluttony. He just bought her some expensive shit and now she's like, might have to just start asking other people's boyfriends to buy me things. Tick-tock, Terry. Come on, you're awfully slow here. Let's get this farty sharded. I'm going to need more expensive items. I haven't had my fill yet. I'm not satiated. Terry, you might want to really start jogging over there and get her attention so you can buy me more things.
You were talking big game, and then we get onto the field, and suddenly you're underperforming, which is fine. I'll pay for my own fucking bag, but I want to leave with a fucking bag. I love you, but you know.
What an angel. Terry, you lucky dog. It's easy to see why you've fallen head over heels in love with this saint. I almost threw $100 at my computer screen. When she was complaining right there, I thought, no, she needs this money. Someone hasn't bought her something in minutes. She's gonna starve. I just can't believe she actually has the gall to get this angry in public and on stream about Terry not buying her enough. Saying that he talked a big game but now is underperforming after already buying her some expensive shit. Come on, man, wake up. I truly will never understand this whole sugar daddy mentality. I don't get it.
Oh, I don't fucking work here. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for somebody that does. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. My sugar daddy isn't paying. Yeah, my sugar daddy's here. Look, wait for him to come in. He told me he's talking big fucking game, right? Get in here, suddenly. I don't know if I like it. It doesn't look garbage, it's for me. It looks garbage, it's for me.
I can't even put on any sarcasm for this part. It's just too insufferable. She is fuming, throwing a temper tantrum because Terry hasn't bought her enough. And she starts whining to just normal people in the store about it as well. Just exposition dumping, just throwing out all of the lore about this. well, my sugar daddy said he would do all this, and then he hasn't done that. Where the fuck? Like, how can you have so little shame?
Okay, let's get that and let's go.
Let's do it?
Let's get that.
Really, sweetheart? Stop.
Let's just get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We don't have to. We can walk out right now.
We'll go ahead and get it.
Come on, you better get it while he's saying yes.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and get it.
It's just so painful. I'm guessing Terry got stun-locked for a bit, fighting with the devil on his shoulder, arguing about whether it's a good idea or not to keep buying her all of these things. He eventually did cave in and buy it for her, but I really get the impression, since he took a little while to think on it, really just let it marinate, let the juices stew, that he doesn't have, like, $1 billion to just be pissing away thousands on a girl who treats him like a fucking zoo animal. Like, it feels to me like this is a guy who's just been really manipulated by this streamer, and now he just keeps spending more and more money to try and make her love him. Of course, I could be very wrong. This could very well be like a superstar sugar daddy with 50 sugar babies, all of whom he's letting suckle from his bosom, his financial bosom. It's very possible that he's got his financial teats and his udders just fucking spurting milk all this money to tons of different women. I have no idea, really. But just the fact that it took him a while to decide to buy this for her makes me think that he really had to consider that financial decision.
Let me know if you want me to pay you back.
She's excited. Get something right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll be right back. Ma'am, did you get taken care of? Not yet. Okay, bye-bye.
Dude in the background knows this is a bunch of barnacles. His expression really sums it all up. It's so fucking weird. She hits some Fortnite emotes while she celebrates getting this man to spend more money on her. Even drops the "I'll pay you back" line, knowing full well she has no intentions of doing that whatsoever. And if Terry did actually say, hey, can you pay me back? There would be hell. It would be scorched earth. It would be the last time Terry ever saw her face. She would lose her mind, go ballistic, go off her fucking gourd.
Cheers, sweetheart. I'm looking at you. You're beautiful.
You're so sweet.
And you're fun. And you are pretty fucking smart. I try to throw stuff by you, but I tried 3 or 4 things. I didn't get anything by you.
Thank God.
But I'm not giving up. I want to continue.
You can keep trying. One day, if I'm really drunk, you'll get me. But I couldn't drink today. I was driving.
Okay, no D&D. No drunk and driving.
Terry, my Tiffany bracelet, my necklace, the purse.
The purse that we...
And they say chivalry's dead. Romance, like something out of a fairy tale. Terry, she's not pretty fucking smart. You're pretty fucking dumb, man. Open your eyes. You're being used for your clams, man. God, this whole sugar daddy thing, like I said, is just so sad. I don't know if Terry's been manipulated into this role or if he is someone who is a proud sugar daddy. That I'm not really sure of. I can't quite tell from the little bits of the streams I've seen of them together. But Jesus Christ, it is so painful to watch. Goodness gracious, holy cannoli. Anyway, I just had to share this because I could not believe that we're at a point now where we're getting sugar daddy streams. Oh, fuck. That's really about it. See ya. Jojo Siwa. Even just saying her name elicits a involuntary response from your body, having your face kind of like crumple up like you just ate a warhead or something really sour. Because you always know when Jojo Siwa's name comes up in conversation, it's something embarrassing. Now, I will say, on my short list of idols, she does make it into the top 5 because I think she is truly the best dog shit dancer this species has ever produced. And I am a big enthusiast of bad dancing, so her classic Karma's a Bitch seizure, as well as her guilty pleasure stinky treasure dance routine here. This whole one is a masterpiece, because there's not a single move here that looks good. Especially this finale, this is by far my favorite part, where it's kind of like some kind of monster walk. That's like a walk cycle a rubber hose cartoon would use when a villain shows up to the scene. But the point is, I love bad dancing, and no one does it worse than she does. Many of you know, I'm actually somewhat of a pioneer myself, the creator of the classic Where's My Hug At? And I've actually been in the lab cooking some new stuff. I don't have a name for this yet, but it kind of combines the Habbo Hotel dance animation with a little bit of like robotic Roomba maneuvers, so you can do like little circles with it. But I'm already getting lost in the sauce. I'm not here to talk about JoJo Siwa's dancing, I'm here to talk about her scamming. You can now pay $900 for the VIP package to be an unpaid roadie for JoJo Siwa. If that sounds familiar, it's because Gene Simmons just announced this exact same deal for $12,500. I made a video on that like 2 weeks ago. So JoJo Siwa really just took a page out of Gene fucking Simmons' playbook here. It's almost one-to-one. She copied Gene Simmons' homework. So here's what you get for the VIP package. The Dream Guest experience. You get one general admin ticket. You can watch the show from any designated audience area of your choice. You get an exclusive invitation to JoJo's live show setup before Q&A and soundcheck with JoJo. You get to help her put together the show with song selection input, which I'm just going to call fucking barnacles on, because there's no way she's going to let any goober who pays $900 for this get to have any say in what she performs. Like, this is definitely already pre-selected shit. An exclusive autograph of JoJo memorabilia worn during the show, so you'll get to wear her sweaty clothes that she performed in. Yeehaw. Access to her pre-show sound check and a Q&A. A pre-show meet and greet and a photo opportunity in front of the VIP backdrop, so that way everyone will know you wasted $900 so they can shoot spitballs at you and make fun of you. VIP exclusive merch, a commemorative VIP laminate and lanyard, early entry into the building with priority access, pre-show merch and shopping opportunity, a VIP host. So you're not just working for free, unpaid labor, you are paying to have the privilege of working for free for JoJo as a roadie. It's a beautiful scam, it really is, and I actually think there will be people that make this purchase. I just have a strong hunch that there actually will be some pitiful souls out there spending $900 to get fucking shit-stained breeches that JoJo wore during the show and setting up the show for her for free. But maybe I'm just being a Scrooge. Let's hear it from JoJo herself as she tries to sell us on this dream VIP package experience, because maybe there's more to it than meets the eye.
I mean, there's so much to tease. I am really excited because I wanted to create a show that wasn't just a concert, right? I have all these songs that I love to sing, but I was like, I want to do something more. I want to create, a party environment. I want to create something that feels very, immersive, interactive, intimate. And so I really did that with this show. And so, you're going to get the concert that you want to see, right? But then...
How innovative. Making a concert into a big party. AKA... what concerts kind of already are in the first place. This is a bunch of mumbo-jumbo here. This is gobbledygook. Like, you're just describing a concert. I just went to a Deftones concert. That shit was a great big party. It was a lot of fun. I don't exactly know what she's going to do to make it more of a party. I guess maybe she'll toss a beach ball around that everyone can start hitting, and maybe she'll, like, plant kegs and beer pong tables and flip cup around there. Like, I have no idea what she's doing to make it more of a party. I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you she so desperately wants to be unique, and it is so cringe how hard she tries to stand out with like weird fashion choices, like really off-the-wall stuff. She does it on purpose, leaning into it full well knowing people make fun of her for it, but it's just, to me, kind of sad how hard she wants to be viewed as like really quirky and zany for the things that she wears when she performs and stuff. So like in here, she's got like the football pads on. I don't even really know what that is. It looks like the armor the Saiyans wore like when Nappa and Vegeta came down and met Goku for the first time. But like if it was set in the My Little Pony universe instead of Dragon Ball.
There's going to be a DJ set run by me. There's going to be an interactive game with the audience where they have a chance to win a sick prize.
It's going to be beyond sick. It's going to be dope. I have no doubt that prize is going to go ballistic. It'll be like a fucking half-eaten Subway sandwich that she had for lunch that she'll toss into the crowd if you complete her, like, trivia game or whatever she's going to play with the audience.
And I read that there is a chance for fans to get close and personal with you.
There is.
What can you tell us?
There's one, and this is the, like, most exclusive VIP, where you actually are going to get to come during while we're, like, loading in the show, and you're going to get to kind of, like, help us set it up and make sure things are right and test out, you know, the drum with me or the DJ booth with me. You're going to kind of...
You're describing a job, JoJo. This is labor. You're supposed to be paid for these things, not pay for the privilege of doing them for you for free. It's an interesting proposition. Gene Simmons really did just blow open a whole new door for insufferable assholes to exploit their fans here for these VIP packages. I don't know if this was common before Gene Simmons, but I'm pretty confident JoJo saw that from Gene and said, I want to do that. Like, I feel like that's where this spawned from. That's just a hunch, though.
Get that. Then we're doing another one where you just get an exclusive backstage tour. We're doing this fun thing where you get a little bit of show memorabilia. So there's different things that are used within the show that we will replace every night. And so we will give that to those top tier. We're calling them dream guests on my show. Like dream guests on my podcast, but dream guests at my show.
The title makes sense. These are dream guests. These are the most brainwashed drones you could find that will actually pay you tons of money to work for you for nothing in return. I guess, other than, of course, maybe like some grease-stained clothes that were worn during the performance. That's enough, I guess. But, yeah, hearing her describe it, I'm still not sold on the value. Still don't think that's worth 900 clams to go work for free for the JoJo Siwa tour. Now, I got a little curious. She is coming to Tampa, and I was tempted to buy the $900 package just to see what that's like. I wouldn't pay $12,500 to move around Gene Simmons' oxygen tank and get fucking coffee for him while he berates me and demands that I change his diaper, but I would consider paying $900 to help set up JoJo Siwa's song selection and fucking, I don't know, the sound check and bring in all the equipment or whatever else was described there. Like, that would almost be worth it as a joke, but I don't think I'll actually do it. It just seems like the joke immediately loses its luster when I show up there and just get put to work. Like, I paid for this package, now I'm working fucking 6 hours or 8 hours, however long it is to set this up. And then all I get to do is listen to music I don't like. She doesn't have a single song that I could even, like, wiggle my finger to. And I get cursed with some kind of special grade cursed item that she wore during the performance. Like, it just... The idea of it is silly, like, paying to do that as a joke. But actually doing it, I would be so ashamed. But I just wanted to mention, I looked it up, she is coming to Tampa, and I thought about it for a second. So yeah, I think this is a terrible VIP package. I don't think it's a good idea, I'll be honest with you. That's really about it. So yeah. Alright, you win. I'll roll over and show you my belly. I submit. My arm has been getting twisted by tons of people demanding that I speak about the Sydney Sweeney Bathwater soap. Apparently it sold out in seconds. It's taken the world by storm. As the utmost authority on both bathwater and soap, people are turning to my expert analysis here to weigh in on this subject. Obviously, I have my own soap, Cheeky, which is far better than this horse hockey. Cheeky is the best soap in the universe that we've made, but don't just take my word for it. Go to usecheeky.com right now and get some soap for yourself to try it out. It'll change your life for the better. This topic isn't meant to just be a vessel to glaze Cheeky. It's just because I have that, so many people keep emailing about this Sydney Sweeney stuff, so I had to mention it. It's become extremely clear that Sydney Sweeney has teamed up with these schmucks over there at Dr. Squatch just for this big marketing campaign here. Now, I think had she known about Cheeky, we're kind of new to the scene, but had she known about us, she would have been sprinting over here, bearing bathwater, begging to be part of the squad, part of the crew, part of the ship, and we would have embraced that with open arms. And I'm not here saying that we're shutting the door in her face, because I'm sure she's going to make the correct decision and be on the right side of soap history eventually. But for now, she's with Dr. Squatch for these soap bars, and she's kind of like the spokesperson for them at the moment. So anyway, this has clearly been a very successful marketing campaign with the whole Sydney Sweeney bathwater-infused soap bars. Allegedly, it uses some of her actual bathwater and sprinkles it into each bar, and it's medium grit, so the idea is you'll have like those little speckles in there that you'll wash yourself with or worship at your like fucking Hey Arnold bubblegum tribute to Sydney Sweeney in your closet or whatever. This is obviously heavily influenced, I'm going to use that word real loosey-goosey here, by one of the goats of gooning, Belle Delphine's stunts from back in 2019 when she sold her bathwater in jars. Now, Belle Delphine was a pioneer in the industry. If e-girls were athletes, then she's fucking Babe Ruth. She was the great Bambino. She wrote the book on how to hose gooners for their piggy banks. She is like the John Madden when it comes to these plays, and now Sydney Sweeney basically just ripped a page out of that book and tried to replicate that success, and succeeded at replicating it. The bathwater soap bars are apparently selling extremely well. So well, in fact, that there is a secondary market for it on eBay, as there always is for everything ever, from fucking people scalping Sydney Sweeney bathwater here, where they are reselling the soap bars for over $200 a piece. 200 clams for this bathwater soap. And not only that, there are people shamelessly selling pictures of it for $30. I'm just going to say this right now. If you are one of these pathetic souls that spends $30 buying a picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap bar, you need to be institutionalized right now for your own good. You have got to go straight to Arkham Asylum. Holy shit, that would be the saddest existence on this planet if you go to eBay and spend 30 doubloons on a fucking picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap. That is the lowest you could ever sink as a human being. Maybe you can honestly look at this as something inspirational. No matter how bad you feel about yourself or whatever you're going through, maybe your self-esteem's in the shitter, just know you are not as pitiful and worthless as the people that are going to spend $30 on a picture of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap bar. And that should uplift your spirits on the spot. Interestingly enough, Sydney Sweeney claims that this was actually her idea to use her actual bathwater in the soap bars. She said, "I think it's more fun to see everyone else talk about it. I pitched it. You kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it." So she is claiming that this was her brainchild here with these soap bars, and I was a little disappointed to see that she didn't give credit to Belle Delphine. I feel like there is no way this is just a big old coinky-dink. I don't think that it's, just pure happenstance that she is also using bathwater for the soap. I feel like she must have at least heard about the Belle Delphine bathwater, because that has become ingrained in, internet culture as part of, the epitome of gooning. Like, when you reach terminal gooner, melted core DEFCON 1 goon status, that has always been propped up. I feel like she must have heard about that, or maybe someone at Dr. Squatch maybe even mentioned it in passing and she thought it was a cool idea. I just find it a little hard to believe that it had nothing to do with the path Belle Delphine blazed, the trailblaze that she made back in 2019. But I do think it is possible, because her ad, she was in a bathtub. So maybe she's like, oh, this would be kind of silly to take this bathwater and put it in the soap bars to market it to people that are desperately salivating over me. It's possible, but I do think it's unlikely. I want to briefly compare this bathwater soap to Belle Delphine's biological weapon from back in the day. So with the soap, I obviously don't have it on hand. I didn't purchase any. I didn't attempt to or anything like that. But just having soap that has bathwater apparently in it, they claim that it's there. There's, of course, no scientific way of proving that whatever bathwater presence there was actually graced by Sydney Sweeney's ass or anything like that. But taking them at their word, you're getting a bar of soap with that in it. So I'm assuming that it's going to still be functional as a bar of soap. Belle Delphine's bathwater was concentrated bathwater extract in a jar. So you couldn't really do anything with it besides just appreciate it for the safety hazard it was. I guess if you were brave enough, you could chug it, like you could drink it and give yourself E. coli if you really wanted to. But once again, there was never any like hard, concrete way of proving that what you got shipped even back then was actually Belle Delphine's, pussy water, And you can't do that here either. Though I do remember from back in 2019, if I remember correctly, she had like filmed herself bathing with the water and jarring it. I don't think the same was done here for the soap bars from Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if you get like a certificate of authenticity with every bar as well as proof where she has like a video of her in lab goggles and a syringe extracting the bath water and then using it in the saponification process for the bar making. Couldn't tell you. All I know is that the products bear very similar DNA. Whereas Belle Delphine's was more expensive, you probably got more bang for your bathwater buck. In this case, you get like microscopic amounts of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater, allegedly. So, I'm not here to try and sell you one way or the other on Belle Delphine's ancient bathwater brew versus, the most recent one with Sydney Sweeney. I was just, giving you my perspective as someone who's seen both of these unfold in real time. Something I found interesting, though, is just how closely history repeats itself. When Belle Delphine did this back in 2019, it was very controversial. It led to a huge conversation where everyone was, like, debating and, like, furious about the whole thing, like, getting mad. And now that Sydney Sweeney's doing it with the soap here, even more people are, like, upset about it, and it's apparently very controversial. Because now she's, like, an actual actress. She's like a full-blown celebrity, whereas Belle Delphine was more of like the e-girl celeb, so it was a little more niche. Sydney Sweeney opens this gooner degeneracy, Pandora's box to a lot more people that were maybe previously unaware. So this has become even more controversial than the Belle Delphine bathwater, which I found really interesting, because I thought a lot of people would look at this and just kind of write it off as like, been there, done that, kind of lame, the novelty's worn off. I was very wrong with that assumption. That is not what's happened at all. It is once again blown up, like in a pretty big way. Like not to front page headlines or anything, but since she has so many fans, is a full blown A-list celebrity, a lot of people are like expressing disappointment in her for doing this and stooping so low, as opposed to just viewing it as like a lighthearted, silly thing or like a joke. I don't know, I just found that kind of interesting because I didn't expect it to be like a big deal for her. I highly doubt this does any damage to her brand or anything. I don't think she's going to lose roles over doing something like this, like a lot of people are claiming that she just threw away her whole reputation with this. I think that is severely exaggerated. I'm sure her career will be just fine after the bathwater soap. I just found it fascinating how this was once again a big deal. I didn't expect it to be. That's really about it. So yeah. I don't know if this is like a big fiery debate or if I just got thrust into like a very tiny pocket of hostility, but there is right now a raging battle of people debating whether or not balding is real. Kind of. That's the statement that started it. That was like the shot heard around the world for this topic.
I don't believe in male balding.
Why?
First of all, if you're a male and you want to go bald, that's fine. Like, good for you. However, if you're a male and you don't want to go bald and you're balding anyway, that's where I take issue.
That opening line right there, I don't believe in male balding, actually reached through the fucking phone screen and tickled me. I was smiling. It goes so hard. I don't believe in male balding. Shit is a myth. It's like a cryptid, almost. I've never seen a bald man. No such thing. That's a goddamn lie. That's a deep state hoax right there. That's like 5G. I don't know. I love that. It just slaps. It's not exactly what she's saying, but it's how she lays the foundation. The point she's making is that she believes that balding is a solved problem. And if there's anyone who is bald without wanting to be bald, it's due to their laziness. It's fundamentally what she's getting at. She's saying, like, if you're bald and you choose to be bald, yippee, good for you, she says. But if you're balding and you don't want to be balding, well, you're just lazy.
because women in this day and age have to do so much to upkeep their looks, and men cannot be bothered to just put some cream on their head or take a little vitamin or get a hair transplant even. Women are doing more than that.
So her point is, compared to female beauty standards, men balding is a significantly easier issue to tackle. You can really grab that one by the fucking nipples and solve it with creams and pills and hair transplants. And if you are balding and don't want to be, well, you're just a gluttonous sloth who's too lazy to fix this problem. And that's kind of the gist of it. I don't think she's super knowledgeable on how expensive, like, hair transplants are. They are not cheap, especially in today's day and age. Also, being put on medication, also not super cheap. So, like, yeah, you can get, like, the finasteride, the minoxidil, and, like, the combo there. Get it with the fucking 2-piece. And from everything I understand about it, it seems to work to some degree. It varies person to person, obviously, because not everyone's just a fucking clone. So it doesn't work for everybody, but it does work a little bit for some people, and for others, more so. But it's never like the cure to baldness, as I understand it. There's not like a magic pill. Like, there's no like Phoenix down for your hair. Like, you can't, chug your way to a full head of hair again. Like, it is tough, and it is very expensive. And she's saying women do significantly more than this, but men can't even be bothered to do the bare minimum of stopping the balding with these pills, creams, and hair transplants. Again, there's not exactly, like, it's not Courage the Cowardly Dog where Eustace gets that handful of shit and can rub it on his head to fix the baldness, which ultimately led to other problems. Again, a lot of the medication does have, like, side effects and stuff, too. Like, it's not exactly the easiest thing. And I recognize that for women, there are a lot of things they go through for the sake of, like, the beauty standards that are put upon them that are also very difficult. But I don't think those should be celebrated either. I don't think there's anything good from putting this pressure on women or men to adhere to the beauty standards that people think they should.
More stigma for guys to do beauty products, and that includes like hairline stuff. Guys are like more generally insecure about doing stuff like that because they're not really supposed to. Beauty products, we were sold that that's a girl's thing, not a guy's thing.
I don't know how much of an excuse that is. There's not as much pressure on men in society as there is on women to upkeep their looks, and they just kind of get resigned to the fact that they're going bald. Versus if you ask any single woman something that's happening to their looks that they don't like, they will go ahead and fix it, whether it's like an at-home DIY solution to like professional, super expensive treatments.
Now in the comment section, everybody was dunking on the guy here, saying that he was mansplaining and not listening, and that he's like not even engaging in the conversation, and everyone is on her side about how she's, out here spitting and shitting the truth. Like, these are all facts that she is speaking about baldness not being real and easily solvable. I don't think he did anything wrong. He's right. There is a stigma around men using, like, toupees or wigs, because then it's kind of like, I'm 5'6", right? A lot of people joke around, like, just go get height surgery. Well, the people that get height surgery are constantly fucking clowned on. They get dunked on more than me at 5'6" when I play pickup basketball. Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I get made fun of all the time for being short. It is what it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you gotta play with the hand you're dealt. My dad is 6'5". Man stole all the height genes from our lineage and then kicked the ladder out from under him. Can't do shit about it. I gotta live with it. So, like, I can stay 5'6", and I'm comfortable with it. I make jokes about it, but at the end of the day, I can't fucking change it without going and getting, like, life-changing surgery that'll have me debilitated for, like, 2 fucking years as my bones reform in my shins. I'm not going to do that. But if I did, I would be insulted for being so insecure about my height that I went through those extreme lengths to change it. And it's the same thing for bald men. You'll see this a lot, where, like, a bald guy will put on a toupee, and it's not, like, the most optimal one. It's pretty clear he's wearing a toupee. People will make fun of him for being so insecure with that. And it's the same thing with other male beauty products that you'll see. There is a stigma around it. I don't know why she's pretending that doesn't exist. That's a very common and, like, really socially acceptable thing to make fun of a guy for, if he's trying to, like, fix baldness or something, and it's not, like, perfect, you know what I mean? And while I agree with her that the standards for women are higher than that of men, it's not like it doesn't exist for men. As I mentioned, I'm 5'6". There are innumerable women that want nothing to do romantically with a guy my size, petite, fun-sized men like me. And that's okay. Like, it is what it is. Like, I understand that. Like, but the point is, there is a pressure on men, at least to some degree, to a lesser degree than women, but it is there. And what she's reinforcing here is the idea that men have to continuously adhere to an ever-increasing pressure on beauty standards, which is very similar to what women have gone through for a long time. And I think both of these things here are not good. Like, it's not something to encourage and, like, pump your fist about as, like, a celebratory thing. I think it's a bad direction. So the guy's not saying anything wrong here. I don't know why he's getting spit on so much in the comment section. He's just saying, like, hey, you know, there's like a stigma that exists around it, so not every guy's going to be all gung-ho and like enthusiastic about going and spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on creams and pills that aren't super efficacious, as well as spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a potential hair transplant that might not work super well or might not look all that great. Like, it's tricky, and it's a tough situation to be in. And to her point about female beauty standards and how much women go through to uphold, like, the female beauty standards that have been put on them for so many years now, she's not wrong in that perspective. But I don't know why it has to be a battle. I don't know why she needs to now start shaming men for not conforming to male beauty standards that are being put upon them. Like, yes, there are significantly more for women, but it's not like men are just allowed to be slobs forever. In fact, I don't know how many of you remember this, Don Tolliver just took a picture with, or had his picture taken with his girlfriend once, and the entire internet was insulting him for like 3 full days about how ugly he is and how shameful it is for her to be with him. And Don Tolliver, I don't even think is like a really unattractive looking guy. Like, there is still a pressure on men to look good, because they will also be insulted. That is the way the entire culture of, like, beauty has shifted, where everyone is expected to uphold, like, crazy standards, right? Now, of course, I do think it is still more for women, but it's not like it's non-existent for men. And I don't think balding is some kind of fabrication, some kind of made-up concept in that it's an easily solvable problem. It's not. And I also think that it's very hypocritical of her to take this stance that bald men are lazy by not going through all of these procedures to try and fix it, because women will go through tons of procedures for things they don't like. So like BBL or something, or a boob job. But I would also argue that men that are trying to tell women that they need to fix their flat ass, or like small titties aren't real, you're just lazy, are equally in the wrong for having that perspective. Like, if this video was completely flipped and it was some frat bro sitting there going like, yeah, bro, I actually don't believe in A-cups. Like, honkers of that size, I think are just, like, actually made up, make-believe. Like, just go get a boob job. Like, go take some biotin or something. Like, I'd equally be clowning on him for that perspective, too. Like, enforcing those kind of beauty standards and insulting people that don't, like, conform to it, I think is a bad thing. Like, for women and for men.
Girls have a lot of pressure to be valued based off their beauty, and guys have a lot of pressure to be valued more on how useful they are. And so guys kind of have an excuse. Like, Jeff Bezos does not have to have hair if he doesn't want to, because he has all the money in the world.
I know what you mean, but like, I wouldn't want to be with Jeff Bezos. He's old.
What advice do you have for people that are dating?
If they're wearing a hat, it might mean they're balding and self-conscious about it. So I would press and see if they're doing anything about that.
I love that signing off advice from her right there. If you're with a guy who's wearing a hat, this is a clear indicator that there might be some balding under there that he's very self-conscious about, so poke the fuck out of it. Make sure to interrogate, and if necessary, rip that hat right off and reveal the magician's secret underneath. There could be a chrome dome, and then you need to ask, well, what's he doing about it? I don't know, to me that just really rubs me the wrong way, because again, if you flip this, let's say it's a guy saying like, if you're with a girl who's wearing baggy pants, it might be a clear indicator of a not being super cheeked up. There might not be enough cake under there. So make sure to, like, press her on it. Like, what's she doing about that? Are you hitting squats? Are you getting a BBL anytime soon? Like, what's the regimen to fix this? That's just as bad. Like, I think this whole idea of these beauty standards being forced upon women and men are just getting even more out of control in the current climate, and it's just a complete race to the bottom. I'm very surprised to see how much support there was behind her statements, because I find it to be kind of hypocritical, but again, this is a debate that I don't know how big the topic is. I just find it very odd now, where she's coming out here and, like, shaming dudes for being insecure about balding, but then not fixing it. Like, there are so many extenuating factors that could play into that for why they can't fix it. Like, maybe they have tried all the creams. Maybe they've spent tons and tons of money trying to combat this problem to no avail. Like, there are so many things to take into account. If you want to do things to your body that make you happier and more comfortable, then go right ahead. But to do it because other people think that it's expected of you, I think is horrible. Like, some people that are, like, feeling pressure to get a buccal fat removal procedure or some shit like that, because that's like the beauty trend. It's just not good. And it does exist for men too, to a lesser degree. I agree with her that women have definitely had more pressure on them when it comes to the beauty standard, but it's not like it is, non-existent when it comes to men as well. As evident by this take here that has a lot of support about how, like, men who are bald, they're just lazy, they gotta fix it. If they're self-conscious about baldness and doing nothing about it, they're lazy. In fact, rip their hat off to double check to make sure they're not bald and insecure. And it's just... I don't love that, and I was pretty surprised that this debate was so split. Well, not even split, most people were on her side with the take. It was just surprising as all. Anyway, I've been yapping about this for a while, when really it might just be a full-blown nothing burger of a topic where I got roped into, like, the fucking gravitational pull of the debate, like the actual epicenter. No idea, but I found it to be interesting nonetheless. That's about it. See ya. A couple months ago, I was briefly talking about a TikToker on stream who had been arrested over urinating on grocery store food, and I've only loosely followed it over the last couple months, but I recently saw Tozy made a follow-up to it, and there was even more stunning revelations to this lady and her addiction to tinkling on items. And I wanted to fill you in here on the lore for this menace and what she is now facing, as well as just give a warning to all New Hampshire residents out there that you are not safe. Now is the time for panic, screaming in the streets, kind of like in the movie 2012, but if the world ended with piss from one woman.
This is a real shocker.
Yeah, she needs some kind of help, something. I mean, nothing surprises me anymore.
Shoppers in Keene are equally confused and disgusted after learning about the arrest of Kelly Tedford. The 23-year-old is now charged with felony criminal mischief, accused of using her own urine to contaminate products at the Monadnock Co-op grocery store and posting a video of the act online.
Now, in the beginning, she was referred to as a TikTok content creator, and initially I was under the impression this might have been some kind of desperate, deplorable challenge, the grocery store piss challenge or something like that. But from what I can tell, she's more of an OnlyFans creator. Like, when you went to her profile, that'd be the main stuff that was on there, about 18 plus content. So it is technically true that she did make TikToks, but this would be like calling Riley Reid a rapper. Like, yeah, it is true, Riley Reid has a rap song, but I don't think many people would argue that was like her primary career. But anyway, Kelly Tedford had been investigated, and they apparently found evidence that she has a history of doing this going back 4 years, at least. That's a lot of possible piss contamination there. If you're a New Hampshire citizen, time to start scrubbing that mouth out with soap. Like, there is a good chance that some of the items you've eaten over the last 4 years may have had her little brand of flavor added to them, a little garnish on top, courtesy of her fucking urethra. Haunting stuff. Now, initially she was facing charges of criminal mischief for those videos and what they found through their investigation. I was surprised that it wasn't, like, more serious charges for it. Like, I thought it might go all the way up to fucking bioterrorism. But she was facing criminal mischief charges, and now she's facing even more charges, additional dessert here, because it turns out not only does she love tinkling on food, she just loves to piss on everything. She is constantly marking territory. She is like the grossest woman out there. They've discovered that she was apparently peeing all over her hotel room at one point. And I mean all over. There was nothing spared, not even the Bible. Apparently back in January, she filmed another video for her Kinky Kelly OnlyFans account. That's her supervillain alias on there, where she was in a hotel room peeing on an air conditioning unit, comforter, curtains, Bible, and also took a shit on the floor, picked up the poop, and then put it in the tank of the toilet, literally dropping an upper decker into this toilet manual, like old-fashioned style, analog. She didn't just, like, take a shit into the top turnbuckle of the toilet. She literally picked it up with her bare paws to put it in there and hide it. Sleep in fear, New Hampshire. Kinky Kelly might just swoop in the middle of the night like a burglar and waterboard you with urine. It is, like, you can't eat, you can't sleep without the fear of her having been there and contaminated with piss for her OnlyFans. But I think, food for thought, I feel like she might do it just for the love of the sport. Like, I don't even think she was making a killing on OnlyFans doing this fetish content. I bet she just has an addiction to pissing on things. So who's to say that every hotel room in New Hampshire hasn't faced her wrath at one point or another? We just haven't discovered it yet. She's a fucking disgusting menace. Who knows how far she would have pushed this if she wasn't taken in? Like, maybe she was cooking up some kind of nefarious Batman Begins level plot where she was going to aerosolize her urine and spread it throughout New Hampshire to have people hallucinating and vomiting from it from the fumes. There's no telling. But now that they found even more evidence of her doing this in even more places on more things, she's facing even more serious charges, so she might spend some meaningful time behind bars. Which I think that's par for the course. I feel like that's appropriate here. Like, she was contaminating food items in places where people sleep. Like, that's bad. It shouldn't be a light sentence for her. But anyway, while she's in custody now, New Hampshire can sleep a little more peacefully knowing she's no longer terrorizing your food supply or your living quarters. So that's good, and I guess we'll see what happens to Kinky Kelly going forward here. All 30 of her OnlyFans subscribers are probably distraught. They're going to have to get their piss content elsewhere, I suppose. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little update on this since we talked about it on stream a couple months ago. That's about it. See ya.